Howdy, folks, and welcome to another day in the Milky Way. And tonight we got a great show for you. We're going to be talking about the year. Oh, I can hear myself talking. Who's got their thing on?
No, I just did it. I was sitting here waiting to get the mute button here, but I did it already, so no worries. It takes a second.
Okay, it's all good. And welcome to my wonderful guests. We got Nina the Mystic, Dalibor Suchy, Lucky Stone. Thank you for.
Hey everybody! It's just a little dead air. I'm watching you on the YouTube one, so it's a little bit of a delay from the live to when you're actually on. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, it's like a 5-second delay.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Yeah, because I'm paying attention to my chat here. I'm sorry, Robert. Thank you for having me on. Happy New Year. Are we having technical difficulties?
Are you good now?
Yeah.
I don't hear a second. No.
You can't hear me?
I could hear I still hear somebody's got their thing on.
I think you're repeating, Nina. I think your sound is on for some reason because I'm not, and I don't hear Dalibor.
I don't hear anything repeating. No.
Me neither. I don't hear anything.
I don't hear anything repeating either.
Somebody's got their thing on.
Unless it's you, Robert. Do you have another window
maybe
open?
You have a window open because I don't. Mine's on mute. I'm in the chat and I'm muted.
Close all my windows except the main one. Here we go.
Because we don't hear it, so that's right. It might not be either of us. It might be on Robert's side.
It's gotta be.
Whatever it is, I don't know. It went away.
Okay,
It was for one short second when we started. It was until I was able to mute it. But other than that,
okay, it's all good now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whatever happened, it's good. Okay, here we go. Let's try this over again. See, it's the year of wisdom and suspense with the dragon. Okay, thank you all for coming and being here tonight. Now that everybody can hear us properly, thank you. Dalibor, let's start out with you. What do you think of the year of the dragon, and what is it? Have you heard of what do you think about all this?
Well, if I were to be facetious, I would say, well, it's not so much the year of the dragon, but what's the dragon of the year, right? What is a dragon? Well, my prediction, just like I said at the beginning of the year, I think 24 is going to be the year of AI for whatever reason. It's just, I even propose like a new dating convention that instead of saying 2024 AD, we should just start calling everything after 2000 just truncate it and AI, like 24 AI. As in anno interneti, which would mean in the year of our internet, just like AD stands for anno domini, which means in the year of our Lord.
Yeah.
Anno interneti.
Well, don't feel bad. I just heard somebody say something about there's a new Bible, a new millennial Bible for all the young folks to read now, created by AI. It's like, oh man, I knew that.
So it's like a watered down version with no depth in it.
Maybe. I have no idea. I haven't read it yet, or I heard it, but I got to do some research into it.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, we got lots of dragon pictures for you tonight. Nina, what do you know about the year of the dragon?
Well, I'm no expert on the Chinese zodiac thing here, but it is to me it's an exciting year. I got some new things that I'm doing here for the year of the dragon, and this is probably the first year that I've even observed the Chinese New Year. To be honest with you, I've never really paid much attention to it before, but this year I have. I even gotten the year of the dragon coin here and some things, and yeah, I do believe that these dragons, are here. We were just talking shortly here before we went live, but, they're so prevalent in all the different regions, really, right? Especially Asia. So obviously there must have been dragons here. Maybe that was part of the whole dinosaur thing. I don't know. but people must have seen them. They must have lived here together, and they were probably a whole lot more intelligent than we are, and I probably learned a lot from them. And beyond that, I don't know, but they're still worshiping them, sort of in Asia, especially. And so it's a very powerful being, and I'm excited for the year of the dragon. Yeah.
Cool. Lucky Stone, what do you have to say about the year of the dragon?
It's the year of the wood dragon. It's about abundance and prosperity, but it actually is mostly the most powerful thing is evolution. And to evolve, you have to let go of the past. And let go of the past means sometimes there's going to be some change. So it's going to be an interesting year. So let's just say that. So in order to evolve, you have to let go of the past. And letting go of the past can be difficult for some.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It kind of ties in with the whole AI theme.
Yes, because I was just saying when he said that the change.
Totally.
Stuff, fits right in with that. You can't get much because it's coming. It's coming. Once they link our money to us and have it all digital, AI will be running our lives. Because like right now,
and if they integrate
that much.
If they integrate that into blockchain technology, pretty soon everything on the internet is going to be on somebody's blockchain.
Absolutely.
And it's going to be accessible forever and ever from anywhere on the planet, from any time in the future. And I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing or a bad thing, but whatever it is, it's whatever evolution has led us to this point. Everything that we've done in the past has led us to this particular point.
Yep. Now, and the thing is, this dragon thing we were talking about ancient times. So let's start out from back in history, and we'll work our way up to modern times and how this is all going to run our lives. It says here, I copied a few things off, and we get to look at the pictures. They've been carving dragons for hundreds of years, and they kind of stick with, it seems like the same theme, even after hundreds of years. The dragons haven't changed all that much. It's the camel's head, a deer's horn, demon's eyes, bull's ears, snake's necks, clam's belly, carp's scales, eagle claws, tiger paws, pieced together these to make the physical features of the illustrious creature, the legend, the dragon. It's believed to soar through the waters and the heavens in nature and deity, ruling over the rains. The dragon is a dominant figure in Chinese mythology. Oh, yeah, we all know that. Perched at the center in the long-standing creation tales. Ancient legends depict the mythical being called the Long in Chinese, descending to the ground with the fog and rising out of the ocean with the sun, moving the seasons in its wake. Initially a vague motif of ancient Chinese art, the dragon is now an emblem of malevolent divinity, imperial power, sweeping unity. Its symbolism builds on thousands of years of folklore and Chinese history, and the only mythological animal in the Chinese zodiac system, the dragon takes on yet another layer of meaning. So, I mean, that's the thing. Isn't it funny that in the zodiac signs, you got the rat, we were just talking about that earlier. You got the rat, the lion, the all these different, the monkey, the rooster. Those are all animals that we have. Why did they put a dragon in there? Unless they really existed at some point in time.
Yeah, it's like clearly a not real animal, but it's most likely, a confusion of an actual animal, which would be a crocodile or an alligator. And it's actually pretty amazing how early dragons or crocodiles appear in European folklore. And I think one of the earliest ones would be the Punch and Judy show. I mean, few people realize, but the Punch and Judy show dates back to like deep antiquity. This is like, we're talking BC. And it's always got 4 characters, and the 4 characters have pretty much not been changed. It's always like Punch, which is like a funny-looking guy, Judy, a funny-looking girl, a king, and a dragon, right? So where'd that come from? Where'd that dragon come from? It's always depicted as like a green kind of serpent-like, alligator, for want of a better word. And as I mentioned, even before the show, I've mentioned it on a couple of other shows where in my own hometown where I was born, in Brno, spelled Brno, we have a dragon. And this dates back to the Middle Ages, where there was a dragon that was killing sheep, and this brave nobleman decided to go out and find it, and he found it and he lanced it. So he put it on display. He had it stuffed, and it's still on display, and it's a giant crocodile. And it's still, it's still on display at the city hall.
So is this thing with the because we're talking about that there might be alligators in Canada and stuff. Could it be that the world was warmer at some point in time and they were migrating north?
Yeah, definitely. The world was warmer at one point before the last ice age, but there was also like a mini ice age that happened between 1750 and 1850. And actually, we're just right now getting out of that mini ice age right now. That's why the global temperatures are rising a little bit. But that's to be expected. It's still less than what the average was going back thousands and thousands of years or millions of years. And of course, the last ice age happened along with the Younger Dryas, which was 11,000 years ago.
Yep. Yeah. This is true. Okay, so we got the 12 animals: the rat, the ox, the tiger, the rabbit, and the dragon, snake, horse, goat, monkey, rooster, dog, and pig. Like it says, it's really weird that you'd have the dragon, and yet there is nothing there. But then again, could they have just associated an alligator and didn't know what to call it?
Well, the other anomaly in that zodiac that I would point out would be the rooster. Like, why specify that it has to be the male animal, right? Because a rooster is always male. Like, what's up with that? Because they didn't say chicken, right? The year of the chicken, they would have said chicken instead of rooster.
Good observation. That is.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Well, that's because men are ruling the world, and so everything revolves around them. If you don't have a penis, you don't matter, right? So.
Oh no.
Yeah, I guess. See, that's why we got to have a girl on the panel.
At least one. That's right.
Nobody else would pick that out. We'd all be standing there looking at each other, going, "Well, that seems about right." I guess so. But anyway, the lunar New Year, through the timing of the lunar New Year, changes basis on cycles of the moon. Nina, you must be familiar with the cycles of the moon. The celebration generally falls between January 21st and February 20th, beginning with the second new moon after the winter solstice. Every lunar New Year and zodiac animal takes over the reins of fate. Its character guides the course of the year, and individuals born under the sign are said to adopt its behavior, character traits, and compatibility standards. Now I got to read all of these things.
So did this Chinese New Year of the Dragon just start now?
Today.
Oh, today. Wow. Oh, okay. So 5 weeks and 3 days to spring. That's all I'm keeping track of.
It's funny how all these different calendars, because you got our New Year, and then you got the Orthodox New Year. And now you got the Chinese New Year. I don't know if there's any other New Year's coming up, but yeah, it's a lot of different calendars, isn't it?
Yep.
I'm sure there's a Jewish calendar. There's an Islamic calendar.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, there's probably lots more New Year's.
Year of the cock. Good one.
Only Scotty Boy would.
That is, it is a synonym. That is a valid synonym for a rooster. Yes.
Yep. There you go. Good job, Scotty Boy. Good job. As you can see, this is a 16th century Ming Dragon medallion, and this almost, after that many centuries, it still looks pretty much the same of what they are, having today in their parades and drawings and stuff like that. And here we go. I mean, they're still making.
It looks like something you would see like when you close your eyes on an iboga trip. This like Technicolor weird thing. It looks just like a hallucination you would see under the influence of a psychedelic drug. I can't help myself. It's just so busy with color,
Well, the Chinese are kind of full of color, I mean, when you look at all their things, they look at here's another picture. Look at how they are elaborate with colors, unlike other cultures. They're reds and yellows and greens and fiery goodness all over the place. They really know how to put stuff together. Look at the paintings of dragons, just bright and spicy.
Yeah.
But anyway, I thought that was kind of interesting. According to zodiac legend, varies across Buddhist and Taoist belief systems, but the overarching narratives remain relatively consistent. In it, a deity, often identified as the Jade Emperor, calls upon all the animals to participate in a race. The first 12 animals to complete the course will be included in the zodiac calendar, with their position in the cycle determined by the order in which they arrive at the finish line. So there you go. But see, now here, I understand. I think the Chinese culture has been around for a super long time, and they've been keeping records for a super long time. But now we have our regular zodiac calendar, and that's based on the guys in the stars, Scorpio and Libra and, Taurus, but that's based on the stars. Do you think there's a big difference in this, and which one is right?
Yeah. Also the fact that there's 12 of them.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's still the same zodiac, but it's just different ones. Was it? I mean, so is this just a thing? I mean, that they said, hey, they got one, we're going to put one together too. See, look at here. It's kind of reminds you of the same deal.
What strikes me as interesting is the fact that you can take the 365-day year, and since you're always going to have a day left over, you could divide that up into 14 months. If you wanted to. It doesn't have to be 12 because it's not 12 lunar months.
Yes.
Because the lunar month only lasts like 29 and a half days, right? Whereas the months are like varying lengths between 28 days for February and 31 days. So even that's not consistent. So if you wanted to have like a dating system that was a bit more objective, I would say have, 10 months, right? Of 36 days each.
Yep. Yeah, exactly.
And then have like deal with the leftover 5 or 6 days at the end, like the Romans did with some sort of Saturnalia, where everybody had the day off.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that could be. Yeah, they'd have the days off. Huh, that's interesting to think of like that. Okay, cool. Okay. Oh, I should have just clicked on this one. Trying to get all these big enough and then so we can all see them. Accompanying zodiac varies across Buddhists. Of course, it varies. Overarching narrative. Oh, I guess I did that part. Trying to get this bigger, and then move it up. Each zodiac animal competition strategy is. I listened. Now there's a video out on YouTube. There you can Google it, people, and listen to the story. It's pretty cool about the white dragon, the black dragon, and the Jade Emperor. It's pretty neat. It's in cartoon form, of course.
Yeah, different strategies for survival. Yeah, that's also the reason why they have, like a bull market and a bear market, because a bull will attack with its horns and will thrust the opponent up, right? Whereas a bear attacks with his claws and he claws in a downward direction. So that's why. That's the reason behind that nomenclature.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because when you're born under one of these signs, just like I'm sure we're more all familiar with the other zodiac, and when they give us our forecast, or how do I want to say that? What do they give us? Our horoscope. Yes, that's the word. Good. Thank you, Lucky. You're awful quiet until we really need you there. Thank you so much. It was on the tip of my tongue and I couldn't.
Yeah, but the problem is the dragon is yearly and the horoscope is monthly.
Mhm.
They're not the same. They're two different ways of determining. So that's one. They're not the same situations.
And I get that. So which one should be right? I mean, is it better
See,
to?
that's another problem. Is right and wrong. There is no right and wrong. It's different perspectives. There is no right. When you say, "Oh, which is right?" There is. You can't. We don't live in a black and white universe. When you go in the black and white, you end up being deceived.
Yeah.
It's giving you got to use both to find, they kind of work together. That's the answer.
Yeah, the other deceptive thing about it is, we were just discussing how myself and Nina were born in the year of the monkey, right? Well, do we both share the same strategies for survival? Do we even have the same jobs? Do we, that would be a really long stretch to say that everybody born in that year would share the same characteristics as that of a monkey.
No, but you could say that for the other, like I'm a Gemini as well. Am I exactly like every other Gemini out there? No, of course not. But we definitely have a lot of similarity traits, I would say, and we probably do as well. We start looking into it, right? I don't really know you that well, but I'm sure we do. We're here at the same program at the same time, so that tells you something right there. But yeah, there is definitely some, when I look at it, it's usually bang on, like, so I don't know how they do it, but there's definitely something to it, for sure.
Interesting. Long forms in art. Well, anyway, it goes on. Beyond, long before the symbolism, meaning of the zodiac, and beyond the dragon was an ambitious silhouette adorning art forms. I don't know if any representations of dragon are etched into the deviation of inscriptions and reflected in the shape of a ritual bronze vessel unearthed in Anyang and the capital of Shang dynasty. So it's been going on for hundreds and thousands of years. Anyang's China's ancient city of kings examines the same city's archaeological riches through a display of more 200 artifacts. For more than 1,000 years before the advent of symbolic designs, roughly the length of the Chinese Bronze Age, the dragon flourished in art without a set of specific associations. This guy Wilson wrote in the 1990 journal. So this has been going on since forever. And here are some of the artifacts from 1150 to 1100 BC. Dragons. I mean, I guess that's their version of the dragon. I mean, yeah. I don't know how big they are, but I assume they're probably small. Looks like these are cups with the handle. Maybe this is a big pitcher or something, but yeah, goat's horns. I can picture all. There's a dragon carved on his head here too, with the claws and the tail.
He's got spines on his back, except those are like sheep horns, more like
ram's horn. Ram's horns.
Ram's horns.
Yeah. Ram's horns, and I don't know what those things are. Let's try to get up a little closer.
Well, check out check out the ears on that middle one. That looks like.
I was going to say it looks like a snail.
Yeah, that looks like a snail.
Head.
Yeah.
Weird, eh?
Yeah, little flat cup things like on.
Yeah.
So why would these? See, it's almost like these are two different kinds. This one's got like a flat nose, like a snout, like a pig, with snail horns. Yeah.
Now, either these people were high as AF, or there's actually creatures that look like this. Like, you know what I mean?
Well, it could be a combination of both, because
maybe there is. There must have been on something. I mean,
that's it. Shrek.
Yeah.
Shrek. Yeah. Right.
The original Shrek. Well, I mean, it's just a thought that these things, something on that version that looked like that might have existed back then. or something on that order.
Hmm.
Let's see here. The commanding version of the dragon seen today only emerged during the Tang Dynasty, when this notion of a mythological creatures being
Composite.
composite creations didn't want to come out of my mouth with aspects of different living forms gained popularity, says Wilson. The amalgamation results from contact between China and Central and Western Asia, he adds. This increased exposure helps us understand why dragons before the Han Dynasty look very different from dragons after the Han Dynasty. Han or Han or whatever. But yeah, they were different. Those ones we pictured here just a little bit before, these do definitely look different than the ones, like this. But this is what this is what I interpret in my head as a dragon when I see it in my head. Or
looks like more like a sea monster.
Yeah.
Is he going into the earth, or what is he doing there?
I think he's underwater. I think only his head is above water.
Well, I've said, I think there's a lot more going on underneath the ocean than we think.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if there is, beings like that under there, and that's why they're not exploring it. They've already admitted that, we haven't explored the oceans at all, basically. So there's a reason for that.
Yeah, because it's so extraordinarily difficult to get down there.
Yeah, they're able to go up into space, and I'm using quotation marks here. Apparently, it would be equally difficult doing that too, wouldn't it? I don't know, but yeah.
Well, and see, that's the thing too, is if this, like it says here, this is the 4th and the 1st centuries BC. So if you there was these critters out there running around the ocean. Maybe they died off by now, and kind of like the dinosaurs all died off. But at some point there was some that are left, and
maybe these were actual dinosaurs.
They could have been.
Maybe that's what they looked like.
Yeah, well, it could have been a brontosaurus. Big legs, body, long tail, long neck, big.
Yeah.
I always bring up the coelacanth. They thought that this thing died out like 65 million years ago until the 1960s, when they discovered it off the coast of South Africa. And it's a bony fish that they thought was extinct.
Absolutely.
Actually, that's not entirely true. Western people thought it was extinct, but the people of the era of Indonesia, they were catching it, and also Africa. There was more than one species of coelacanth.
Oh, okay.
And they were catching them occasionally, but Western people were like, "Oh, what is this amazing thing?" And to them, they found the first one they found in a fish market in Africa. And
interesting.
And that's what happened. And of course, they go, "Oh, we're going to bring this home." And of course, when they brought it home back then, it was just a mess.
Yeah.
And they go, "Oh, it's the last one." But we'll go back. We'll go back and we'll research it. And they go back, and the fish market had more of them. So
interesting.
Unfortunately, the story of the coelacanth is far more interesting. It wasn't. Western people tend to think we know everything, but we don't ask the locals more information. A lot of times, if you ask the locals and listen to them, you get more of the stories.
Well, it's just like with since you speak of local legends, it's just like with the panda. I mean, the Chinese had like local tales about this bear that only eats plants, which is unheard of. A bear that's a vegetarian and it lives alone in like the jungles of China. Nobody believed them, until relatively recently. I think it was like the 1910s or something, when the first Westerners brought one back, and they said, like, really, honest to God, it's a bear, but it only eats bamboo leaves.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. And how many other species have been out there? They've just discovered some kind of deer, I think it was, and some kind of a mouse. And you go to South America, and they're always seem like they're discovering some kind of a frog or some goofy thing out there. But Okay, now the 4 symbols in Chinese astrology: protectors, the cardinal directions, the azure dragon rules over the east, a connection that, and then there's just dragons that rise from the water towards the skies. There's also the azure dragon and its fellow protectors believed to be the beginning guardians, and their likeness often used to decor palaces and public buildings. And we've seen that on the, whenever, you think of Chinese stuff, you always see the dragons coming out, the dragon heads,
Mm-hmm.
But that's also in European stuff. I mean, how many coat of arms have the dragon on there?
Yeah, quite a few of them do. Yeah. I mean, it's also kind of anomalous that the coat of arms of the Czech Republic has the lion, but we don't have any lions, right?
Yes. But at one time, maybe there was lions, and that's been carried through.
Exactly.
Yeah. Just like the dragon. Who has the coat of arms with the dragon? There is a coat of arms with dragons, isn't there?
Wales.
Wales. Okay, I know, I've seen it, and so there's dragons on the coat of armors, lions, all these different things, eagles. I think a lot of those coat of arms and things like that, they use those symbols that are strong and bold, like I think it's got to do with something like that. But if you divide up the world now, and maybe this has something to do with it, and you guys tell me if I'm right or wrong, but right now, when it boils down to things, you have the dragon against the bear against the eagle against the dragon, and it just goes around in this big circle. It's like teams, like when you were in high school, and then you were the Cardinals and you were fighting against the Beavers or the Badgers or the Bulls or whatever.
Well, here's the deal. I mean, the national animal symbol for Russia is the eagle, right? The double-headed eagle. The symbol for the United States is the bald eagle, right? The colors of the flags are red, white, and blue for the Russian flag and the American flag. The national anthem used to be the same as the British anthem, and the British anthem used to be the same as the Russian anthem. That song, "My Country 'Tis of the East," that used to be "All Hail the Noble Tsar," and it used to be the British national anthem, and then later, for a while, it was the American national anthem. So it's all related.
Yeah, exactly. It's like nobody has a new idea. They just take something old, turn it around, and make it in their own. You know what I mean? Like, can't anybody think of their own stuff?
And it's also interesting that all the Slavic countries have the same colors of flags. It's always red, white, and blue, except for Poland, which only has red and white, and Romania, which has a slightly different color combination. But it's mostly red, white, and blue.
Yep. That's interesting. I wonder if that has to do with the blood type, like blue bloods.
Well, blue eyes. Most of us have blue eyes.
Blue eyes, that's true too. Yeah, because Norway, we got the blue in there as well. Yeah, that's interesting too. It's definitely is for something like that. Signifying
blue eyes,
something.
white skin, right. Red blood.
Red blood, yeah. Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I know when they have the flag, they would usually tell you the story about the United States flag. It's the field, and then the stars, are lining up, and then there's all this. You've heard the story of the flag and how it's all put together and why.
No, the real reason is the field of stripes. That's from the Venetian flag. The Venetian flag looked exactly like that. And the original American flag had the 13 stars in a circle. Same exact flag as the European Union, where instead of 13 stars, we have 12 stars.
I know Wayne had a show about this, that the flag that you guys are using today is actually the one that's indicating you're in war or something. It's a different color, it's supposed to be when you're not in war. Well, but you're still using the old.
If it has the gold fringe around it, that means it's a military flag. If it doesn't,
no, it wasn't anything about that. It was I can't remember now, but he had a show about it, and it was very interesting. And he started displaying the actual flag the way it's supposed to be. So that's kind of interesting too. I guess in a way, you have been in war pretty much this whole time. You never stopped being in war, did you? you know.
Yeah.
So, and yeah, people don't realize, right? Just 20 years and people forget. Just like 9/11, nobody even remembers that now. That's like past tense. That's, you know.
Okay, let's look up. Yes,
Anyway.
there is a bunch of different flags. I think this is one of them. That's there's flag, you know, and then there was I mean, I'm trying to find the different flags. So I looked up, you know, let's see, this is our regular flag, and maybe I can find
And
it.
that peace sign, that's an inverted rune. That's a rune symbol. Forget which one.
It's very similar, yeah. Yeah. A lot of these symbols are very similar, you know. And you look at the Antacorona and then all the other ones. I mean, how many look like that? You know? Yeah.
Yeah, it's like exactly as you said, it's like nothing new under the sun.
No, I know.
So I don't know what the difference, why they have it like this versus this. The United States.
I wish he was here now. Yeah, he
Yeah.
had a show on it. I can't remember now.
Yeah.
And I also read somewhere that the Canadian flag, instead of being red and white, was at one point supposed to be exactly the same except blue and white.
Oh?
Yeah.
I hadn't heard that. I don't know.
Yeah, here's the original, like you said, the stars in a circle. Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, did it change every Quaker Forks, the 35 star flag?
Look up what does it look like when you're in war versus when you're not in war.
See, I typed in the American flag of peace. American flag of gotta love the internet sometimes.
I know, right? It is handy.
And images, there we go. War flags, and they all come up like this. So there you go. This is our war flag for certain. Yep, war flag.
That's the war flag.
Oh, look at here's Abraham Lincoln, and look at the stars on that flag. They're round in a circle. Like that.
Yeah, they're telling us something in there. You know, that's the thing. We're just not paying attention.
Yeah, see that one. Yeah, that almost looks like the pin-out diagram for like a vacuum tube of some kind.
Look at this guy. He's got a and one big star in the middle for the flag.
Hey, there's Norway too. Norwegian flag over there. Cool.
Okay.
There you go. Yeah, so that might be the difference there. I can't remember, to be honest, but
well, you can learn a lot from old pictures, I tell you.
Oh yeah, that's the thing, right? That's why if they, you know, took down the internet and then scrubbed it out. If you guys watch Ryder's show that he just did here today, it was so good. I'm gonna have to rewatch it. Yeah, I can't even start to begin with all the stuff that I learned there today. But you know, go back to Tartaria and everything that we've done, right? So yeah, you know, if they take down the internet with everything we have, everything is gone. Absolutely everything, because our books are burnt already.
Yeah, we don't write things down. Nothing's in print.
Nobody writes anything down. We don't even take pictures anymore. You know, like if we lost the internet, nobody would have pictures from the last 20 years. They're gone. That's what I'm saying. Everything is gone, guys. Well, you know, everything you saved to the cloud and all of these things that you've done, all important documents and everything gone.
That's why I have an entire basement filled with nothing but books, reference books.
Yeah, absolutely. I know. Don't throw out books, guys, because you never know when you need them again.
That's what I've been saying.
Yeah.
Mind you, some of us have moved over the years and have to purge, and I have regretted a lot of it, but, you know, what do you do, right?
Yeah. And that's 13 star American war flag on display.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So when did you guys have that flag? I've never even been down there, but do you guys remember the flag being like that? Was it in your lifetime, or is this like?
No, this is revolutionary. The revolution.
Okay, so a long time
flag. Ago. Yeah. And then here's historic. What's this? Civil War flag. Yeah, 1862.
Okay.
Wow. So, look, here's another one. Rare flag. I don't know when that is, but it's a homemade flag. Looks like.
But it's all shredded. It's all old and like beaten up, like really old.
Yeah, exactly. Here's another one, rare flags, American history. I don't know what that is, but anyway, let's get back on with what we were doing here. And yeah.
Went from dragons to the flag, but it's
Well,
all symbolism, right?
It does. It's all about the symbols and what they mean. And we're going to go with the
Phoenix. The Phoenix has been coming up for me a lot lately. And here it is staring me right in the face again, the word Phoenix. That's an interesting thing too. The Phoenix, rising from the ashes and everything.
The Firebird.
Yeah. Isn't that what they want to do? Burn down the world? And that's exactly oh my God. That's exactly what's going to happen. They're going to burn us all down, but the Phoenix will be rising though. Now, who the Phoenix is, how many Phoenixes there's going to be, we don't know. But that's exactly what they're planning on doing. Doesn't mean it's going to happen. Nothing's set in stone until it's done. We can change things too, right? So, but that's the plan. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and yeah, I agree. I mean, nothing's out of the realm of possibilities. We got the legends that center around the 9 sons of the dragon, among them the Yazi, a bloodthirsty being who often appears on weapons, and Pulao, a roaring creature typically depicted atop bells. Other types of dragons featured in Chinese folklore include the celestial dragon, the spiritual dragon, the dragon of hidden treasures, of course, and the dragon of the underworld, the winged dragon, the horned dragon, the coiling dragon, and the yellow dragon, and the dragon king, a Hindu deity that was later absorbed into the Buddhist pantheon. And there he is. Ooh,
yes. Yeah, I want to work with the dragon of the hidden treasures. That's what I want.
Yes, the hidden treasures.
Yes.
Spiritual neighbor. Although the dragon was viewed as a superior force in the cosmos, it wasn't just a vague allegory deity. The Strasbourg guy says believed to dwell deep within oceans, lakes, and rivers. Yeah, we just talked about all the stuff that's in the ocean that we can't see.
Yeah, they're in there too. There's different kinds. Yeah.
Yeah. And then, of course, when you only see it once in a great while, you think it's something spiritual.
They're in every element is what I'm getting right now. So you have fire dragons, you got water dragons, you got the dragons that live here on the earth, and then you have those who are in the air. So every element has a dragon. That's what I'm getting right now.
Interesting point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, let's move on to this. The dragon culture was tied to China's agriculture society. Farmers prayed to the creatures for good weather, erecting temples. Well, we've seen a lot of temples of that. During droughts to implore the dragon to grant them rain, fruitful harvest on the folklore level, and in general view, the dragon's bringing benefits are inherently good. And we notice that like in the Americas and stuff like that, they prayed to the dragon creature gods too. Quetzalcoatl was kind of a dragon bird thing or whatever he was.
Serpent, yeah.
Feathered serpent, yes. So they had dragons there. I mean, if you look at those Aztec Inca temples, they all got dragon heads. How could they see the same type of dragon in South America as they do in China? Tell me that.
Yeah, that's interesting. Except that in the Aztec culture, the dragon symbolized time.
Well, there could be a dragon for that. They got one for earth, air, sea, water, all of that. I mean, why not time too?
Why not time? Yeah.
Time, wisdom.
That's weird that they all consider the dragon as a positive symbol where an alligator or a dragon in Europe would be considered like a dangerous, negative symbol. Something to be feared, not something to, appreciate and pray to. We think of these fire-breathing, these are movie dragons, fire-breathing, gold-hoarding dragons in medieval Europe. Yeah, that's Lord of the Rings, Smog. Chinese dragons were perceived as benevolent creatures, though they lived peacefully among the population. They were still thought to be very mysterious and unpredictable as the weather. So there you go. But I do think dragons are powerful. They're a powerful being
And if if it wasn't, they wouldn't put so much into that. They wouldn't use them as symbols and figurines, and to this day still be drawing dragons. Look at, here's the Emperor's coat, and it's got dragons all over it. And this is from the Ying Dynasty dragon robe, featured a 5-clawed dragon. 5 claws.
Oh yeah, so even F Kitty is mentioning in the chat here, the dragons are the symbol of royalty across cultures, right? So, you know, it's one of the most powerful beings probably around. You know, could have even been part of our creator. Like maybe our creator is a dragon. Who knows? I mean,
the word draconian comes from dragon.
Well, yeah,
right?
people work with the dragons. So,
well, here Nunu says, in ancient times, the term dragon was a reference to fallen angels, those who came down from the skies. Well, that makes sense.
Right.
And here it says, see, this is going back to 85 BC. The Han Dynasty, of course, again, states the birth of the Han Emperor Gazul was blessed by a dragon. Well, maybe he was probably born on the year of the dragon. That I would assume. Is being, of course, he was found with the Imperial China ruling structure. Gazul. Have to look him up and find out more about him. The chronicles of Gazul's rule, such as Sima, well, I can't even say that name. Quinas, the dragon became the inseparable from imperial authority and ascendancy. It also emerged as a unifying agent for ethnical Han Chinese people, many of whom now consider themselves descendants of the dragon. Yeah, there you go.
I think that's where the royal bloodline comes from, to be honest with you. And hence why you see all the dragon stuff there. And they're always about the bloodline, this and the, blue blood, right? Their blood is actually got more copper in it. And that's why it's blue. Ours has got iron. That's why it's red. And it's just different elements. It's from a different species for sure. And that's why they're trying to protect it, right? So I do believe it's from the dragon.
The term dragon's blood shows up in
There
alchemy.
you go.
That shows up in alchemy, but that was taken to mean a specific compound that they were, because keep in mind that a lot of these alchemical texts are encoded, or they didn't want the profane to acquire the knowledge. So a lot of these are like code words. So dragon's blood, I believe, was a code word for cinnabar, which would be like mercury ore. I think. Don't quote me on that.
That's kind of funny because I was just burning dragon's blood incense here today, of course.
And it's also it's also an herb, right? Dragon's blood.
Well, actually, dragon's blood is a resin from a tree.
Yeah,
it's red. It's very, very, like if you get it on your hands, it's very stained. It stains like a mother. Yeah. So you got to be careful touching it because you'll get red everywhere. But yeah, it's a resin, and then you burn it. Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like frankincense. That's a resin of the boswellia tree. Yeah.
Right. Exactly. Same kind of thing. Yeah. And so, and those things are very sacred, like even in the Bible, they talk about, incense and stuff. And
yeah, I love the smell of frankincense.
Actually, frankincense and myrrh was a gift that Jesus got. So it's very, very important, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
There's the dragon's blood. Well, you could make that into a dye, and then that's why they use so much red color.
Yeah. You can put it, like I had a bundle here of sage that has dragon's blood in it, but it wasn't burning that well. I think that it was just too sappy on it. It just wouldn't burn. But we put it right on the hot coals, and as a burnt offering, or you can make incense.
It's a tree that bleeds red.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yes.
I did not know that. Look at that.
Yeah.
It's a red looking freaking tree. Yeah. I learned something today.
There you go. That's dragon's blood for you. Yeah.
Wow. That's a weird looking tree too.
Spirits love it. Yeah, the spirits love it. We use a lot of that stuff. So
wow, I definitely learned something today.
There you go.
Wow. Look at it. It looks like the tree's bleeding red. Oh, that's interesting. That is definitely interesting. Look at all the stuff they make out of it. Right?
Oh yeah, yeah, it's huge in the spiritual community. Everybody's gonna have that.
Wow. Okay.
I got one of those. Oh my god, that's too funny. It's,
Like
that's
this?
stoners use that to cover up the smell of the weed.
Yeah,
That was
I
too
usually-
funny that showed up there.
I usually get the
Yeah, there's the bundle that I had. That's got the
frankincense
dragon's blood
oil.
in it.
I usually get the frankincense oil. It's easier
Oh,
than
do
the
you?
frankincense.
Yeah, I got that too in the diffuser. Yeah,
Hmm.
I put that shit all over the place. I got smells everywhere.
Yep.
Different
Same
things.
here.
Can't get enough.
Mhm, Same here.
Yeah.
I love that.
See,
smell.
I told you we got a lot in common, you and I. If we sat down, I bet you we have a lot in common, dude.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Mhm.
I think so.
Wow.
Yeah, I got some of
Learning.
that, the red powder. Like I said, if you touch it with your fingers, your fingers are going to be red. I did it in my pestle and mortar. I went and grinded some. Well, I can't get that color out. It's like it's stained now, like that thing, so whatever. I don't mind.
You know what's good at getting stains out, believe it or not? Like from iodine, vitamin C. Vitamin C will like instantly get rid of like the stains from iodine. So maybe you might want to try that. I don't know.
I'm just going to leave it in there. It's fine. I'll wipe it out good enough, and it doesn't really go into the whatever else I got in there. I'm not too worried about it. It's not for food. I just use it for herbs for, all the stuff. But yeah.
Let's see. We'll just skip through some of this. The upcoming year of the dragon is steeped in historic symbolism, bringing with it thousands of years of meaning. And the year of the dragon. You were born in 52, 64, 76, 88, 2000, 2012, or 2024. You're part of the club. Put it that way. 2024 is the year of the wood dragon.
Oh, that means my ex. Oh, my ex was born on the year of the dragon. Bastard.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Lucky, you are absolutely right. The wood dragon, beginning on February 10th, 2024. Chinese New Year, and concluding on January 28th, 2020.
Next January 28th.
So if there's a
We're celebrating.
So if there's a wood dragon, is there like other types of dragon, like a metal dragon or a stone dragon?
Yes.
There must be. Yeah.
Lucky, you know which ones are which?
No, I'm not Chinese.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, do you know if how many other ones there were? If there's a wood, there must be an earth and I'd say there's
fire. There's a fire.
There's and we might run into that in some of this stuff here. It says the dragon holds significant place as an auspicious and extraordinary creature, unparalleled in talent and excellence. It symbolizes power, nobility, honor, luck, and success. In 2024, forecasted to bring about opportunities, changes, and challenges. If you're seeking a shift in your current lives, this year might be a favorable chance. And yes, just like you said there, Dalibor, this year is going to bring changes, challenges, and opportunities.
Yeah, that's what I feel in my bones.
Chinese people believe that would what to do in the beginning of the year would affect your luck. You know, they people cut their hair like today. They'll cut their hair just to get rid of all the old luck and all the old bad stuff and move on to the new. Giving out red packets to kids. Elders will help cast away bad luck. Demon Nina, and bring good luck in. Nyan, maybe it's Nyan. Yeah.
Well, it's funny because I gave my grandkids a red pack with some money in it.
Yes, I heard that the people will put envelopes like we do at Christmas. You give an envelope to your postmaster and brings your mail, your tip money. Well, they do the same with a red envelope. They'll make red envelopes and give away money and things like that.
Yeah. Well, they were giving out the envelopes at London Drugs, and so I took some. And I was sending off a Valentine's card to him. So I threw in an envelope with some money in it too. So there you go. I didn't realize that I was doing the taking away the bad luck. But now I'm about to there you go.
Yeah. Decorating your house with kumquat trees. I don't know what a kumquat tree is, but there it is.
I say what now?
A kumquat tree.
Citrus fruit.
What you call me?
It's a citrus fruit. It's smaller than a lemon, and not as tasty. It's kind of like a bitter citrus.
Ah, yes, and Valentine's Day uses red as well. Yes, but that means a whole different thing. That's a whole different thing.
Yeah, we're going to talk more about that tomorrow on my show.
Yes, the Grand Horned Dragon. Yeah, okay. And in Hawaii, Scotty Boy says we leave beer on the trash cans for the trash guys. Okay, well, there we go. Okay, oh, here, look at that. Here's the dragons. Element of the dragon: wood, fire, earth, gold.
Strange choice of materials.
Yeah.
Strange. And the wood is out of place because that's the only anisotropic material. All the others are non-anisotropic.
Ah, yes, this is true.
Yeah,
Fire.
we got that whole gold thing. Yeah.
So you could be, interesting. Water dragon. Also, if you're in 2012, you could be a water dragon. 2000 was a gold dragon. Earth dragon, 88. Because I don't think none of us are from the 1928. So, anyway,
No,
fire
but
dragon.
see,
Fire
2000
dragon.
that's a significant date because that's the date that I would ascribe to like the birth of the internet, because that's when it took off, like in a big way. Like I was on the internet since 1996 or 7. So even though back then it was just BBSs in 96. But in 97 I first got on the internet, and by 2000 it was like universally adopted. So that's that's why I'm saying like 2024 would be the year 24 of the internet.
Oh, yeah. Wow, look how far we've come in 24 years. I was probably getting my first cell phone about 2000. It was a horrible one too. No, I don't even think I had a cell phone in 2000. Come to think of it, I think I didn't have one.
I got my first cell phone in 98, I believe. Yeah, 98.
Yeah, mine was probably more like 2000. What I just said, probably 2007 or 8 is when I got mine. 2008 when I got my first cell phone, if I remember now. Yes, Scotty Boy, 69 is the year of the rooster, so I would be a rooster. So there you go. Oh, here. New News got a good one. There were 9 miniature Chinese dragons. Yes, we just talked about that. Fascinating topic. I studied the dragon for my origami project and chose the great horned dragon for my origami subject. Oh, great horned dragon. Cool.
It's interesting that China is also the only country that where origami really took off.
Yeah. Interesting. So, if you were born in 64 or 20?
No. Japan has origami.
Japan. Oh, okay.
One of those Asian countries.
That's the paper folding. Origami.
Yeah, well, a lot of countries do that.
Japan origami is huge in Japan.
Yes, it is. Yeah. That's right.
I remember doing it. Remember the whole spell thing when you pick the thing and you.
Oh yeah, and you do the thing with your fingers and you went like.
Yeah. I remember that in school.
And then you'd say, I want this one, and then they fold it up and say, oh, this is you're like your fortune.
Yeah. That was before the cell phones, you see. We had shit like that, paper and shit.
Yeah, the kids did that.
We're happy with that.
I used to take the little thing and make little munchy monsters out of it. Anyway, long time ago. Man. Oh, that brings back memories.
The first video games came out when I was like, 12 or 13 or 14 or something like that.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like people had them at home. They had them in arcades and stuff. So... Yeah, that's true. But if you're although wood dragon is introverted, less enthusiastic, and lacking in good relationships. Well, we're just pouring out the people who are going to fit in the best around here when everybody sits in their home and stays on the internet for the rest of their life. Yeah, that would be introverted. Yes.
Yes. But see, like if you were born straight for talent, desire to be seen. Let's get back to some older years. There's 76, smart and easygoing, agile and flexible. Yeah, see interesting thoughts here. Zodiac signs, horoscope, lucky color. According to the Chinese horoscope, the lucky zodiac sign for 20 are monkeys, roosters, and pigs. Following close behind are tigers, rabbits, and snakes. Monkeys, roosters, and dogs.
There we go, monkeys.
You're born in the year of the rat, the ox, a dragon, horse, goat, or dog. You might need to brace yourself in various challenges and make more effort than in 2023 to achieve your goals. So listen to that, you monkey people.
Well, I don't know of any country whose national symbol would be the monkey or the pig, but I do know a country whose national symbol is the rooster, and that would be France.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Interesting.
France. Yeah.
You know, I gotta stop right here for a second and ask you guys. I got a panel of people to talk about how come it is that all these foods that we eat always are French fries, French toast, French, everything.
French kissing.
You know, French cut beans. You know, how does a bean know it's French cut? You know,
Pardon my French.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, you know.
I know the answer to this, unfortunately.
French bread.
Okay, all right.
Yes, French bread. Okay, Lucky, you're up.
We cow, but we call it beef. And
Yes.
bœuf is what is in French. Same as pork. That's a French word for pig. What happened was the aristocracy who had all the money, they would eat, you know, they were French. They were from France when they took over England. So that's why that's why France, you know, French foods were considered better than the English regular. So that's why, you know, French was considered superior forever.
To this day, French restaurants are the most expensive restaurants.
Yeah, that's true.
Really, yeah, even more expensive than some of the sushi restaurants. And you know, some of these will cost you, you know, the national budget of a small country. You know,
it's all about opulence and being better than the other people that go, I eat French food, and it's forever. It's been always like this.
Huh.
But,
Well,
you know, and I happen to have friends from Quebec, which they cook French food. And if you really know all the intricacies of French food, it's some weird stuff. There's some really weird stuff.
yeah, like the snails, the frogs' legs.
There was cooking a veal with, you know, pig's blood and rabbit's. It's just bizarre. We're discussing because one of my friend's wife is Portuguese, and she bought a French cookbook, and we were discussing it just today about the different recipes she wanted to make. And then she just started showing these random things with the, you know, the high end stuff. She goes, "I'm not gonna make this stuff." It was kind of funny. It was like these were traditional French delicacies. It's just like, what is this stuff?
I mean, in Czech cooking, we use a lot of pig's blood, and in Spanish, you do as well. You have the blood sausages, the chorizos. Those contain pig's blood.
Yeah, interesting.
But cooking pig's blood with a calf's head. You know, these are
yeah. That's
strange.
that's kind of unusual.
Strange.
I mean, we have sausages that are just made of blood, and that's they're like sausages that are just made of congealed blood.
Don't waste anything. That's the idea.
With barley and or rice to soak it up in.
Nice.
Eat everything. You know.
Yeah, I remember eating blood pudding. Blood pudding. That's fried blood pudding. Yeah.
It's pretty good. I also tried snails. I tried snails. It tastes just like clams, and that's essentially what they are. They're like land clams.
I could never put one of those in my mouth, so I would not know what it tastes like. Couldn't get past the looks. No,
I've eaten all that stuff. It's
you don't like New England clam chowder? Come on.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
No, the snails. I can eat the clam chowder, but just not the snails. It looks like snot to me. It's like no. Sorry, I can't do it.
Yeah, I actually
But in
like them.
20
I actually,
Oh,
yeah.
sorry. Yeah. Yeah, I like clam chowder. I don't know about any of the other stuff. I've never had snail.
Escargot, they call it in France. So going
Oh,
back to
yeah,
the French.
yes.
Escargots.
Escargot. Yep. In 2044, red and purple are predicted to bring luck and avoid trouble for dragons.
Well,
There you
that's
go.
good for me. I got a lot of purple.
Yes, red or purple,
Yep.
and invoke this luck included in the outer clothing, bags, shoes, underwear, and even socks. There you go. Doesn't
There
say
you go.
anything.
I'm covered.
Yeah. Yes. Doesn't say anything about pants, Scotty boy. You're in the good.
Just your panties.
Yes. Purple underwear. Don't have to wear pants. If you want to wear accessories in 2024, you're suggested to avoid choosing the shapes of zodiac animals in opposition to the dragon, the rabbit, the dog, and dragon. Okay, so there we go. Lucky things for people born in the year of the dragon. Here's your years. Lucky numbers is 1, 6, and 7. Should be able to remember that. Your lucky colors are gold, silver, and grayish white. Those are good colors. Lucky flower, bleeding heart, glory bower, and the dragon flowers. Oh, I love dragon flowers. Those are pretty. Lucky numbers. And things dragons should avoid. Unlucky colors, blue and green. Unlucky number, 3 and 8. Unlucky direction, northwest. Unlucky months, 5 are the 5th and the 6th Chinese lunar months. So there you go. Beware.
What about the dragonfly?
Oh, dragonfly. It doesn't say about dragonfly.
Yeah.
Huh. Dragonflowers.
So I'm expecting my first granddaughter to be born this year.
Ah, she's going to be a dragon.
Yeah. I just thought of that now. Like, oh shit, yeah, she's gonna be.
She's going to be an introvert.
Yeah, I was seeing that. Like, oh, okay. Well, that's interesting. That's gonna be interesting to see if that's the case. Yeah.
Exactly. Most compatible with the dragon is the rat, monkey, and a rooster. Least compatible, dog.
Oh,
there you
somebody in
go.
here that said dog. Who said that?
And see, you were a monkey and you had an ex that was a dragon. What was wrong with that?
Well, maybe this year will be auspicious for people born in the year of the monkey or the rooster or the rat.
Yeah. So look hard. All this is on the internet, so you can go look it up yourselves, people. What are the best suited careers for dragons? They like to embrace challenges, take risks. They like to test themselves. Those are good choices. Some good careers include journalist, teacher, lawyer, engineer, architect, broker, and a salesperson. Yep, I'm a dragon. I work down at the local furniture store.
Well, they said introvert. Well, a salesperson usually isn't an introvert.
Yeah, I know.
That's true. Yeah, I loved selling. Yeah, I was a direct salesperson. I was selling cigarettes for the.
Yeah, you can't be an introvert. You got to be an extrovert. Talk to people, and
Yeah.
So I don't know. So that's a little contradictory there.
That's interesting because I've done 3 of those jobs. I've been a teacher. I've been a broker. I've been a salesperson.
Huh. Wow.
Yeah.
And you're not a dragon.
No, I'm not. No.
Monkey. I wonder what a monkey's all about.
Well, if you looked at the monkey, it's probably got a lot of the same things. Well, I don't. Yeah, who knows?
Let's see. These are the years. Here's the zodiac signs. This is Chinese New Year. They'll be celebrating tonight in China, or they've already done it. Elaborate dragons colors. I mean, I would be phenomenal to go there right now and just see that. That'd be something really worth going.
Yeah. You should go to your local Chinatown. I bet you they all have a celebration there.
Yeah, I don't think there's a local Chinatown in North Dakota.
No?
No, there's not one here in my town here in Germany either. No.
I live in Vancouver, so we got a huge Chinatown here.
I know.
Well, then you should be in luck.
I should have been there, I guess. But, that's like a 45 to an hour, drive. And then I hate driving in Vancouver. I just, no.
Well, I can imagine.
Yeah, my uncle used to live in Vancouver before moving to New Jersey and then to Massachusetts. So I know that
it's gotten a
huge
lot
Chinese,
worse. Yeah, the
huge
traffic
Chinese
has just gotten
community.
worse. It's yeah, Chinese is huge in Vancouver. We got a pretty big. I think we're one of the biggest Chinatowns in the world. I think.
Really?
Vancouver. Yeah, so it is cool going. I have like when we had the Olympics here, I went down, and of course, I went to Chinatown and had dinner there and stuff like that, and that was kind of cool. Yeah, we do have a lot of cool stuff. I just don't like driving down there and parking, and it's just last time I think I got broken into, and it's just like
That sounds like a good time.
It's not a good time. So it costs me a lot of money usually. So no. Yeah. But I got to say, though, during the Olympics, all public transit was free here. So everybody, so I actually took public transit all the way down there, and it wasn't as bad as I thought it was. So that was kind of cool. But anyways, way off topic. Sorry.
Yeah. That's all right. I mean, maybe for an adventure, you go down there for the dragon thing.
Yeah, maybe one of these. Maybe next year. Maybe next one.
Yeah, there you go. Take pictures and. Oh, there you go.
Do a live stream down there. Hey, everybody, we're at Chinatown here.
Exactly. Historically, dragons were used to represent the emperors of China, and dragons ruled the seas and the skies. Thus, dragons are a very popular symbol to represent authoritative power, nobility, success, divine protection, wealth, and plentiful opportunities. I think we've talked about that plenty tonight. Good luck attracts wealth, good fortune, good luck, abundance, success, making dragons a very popular feng shui cure used to enhance business success and prosperity. So there you go. Put up a dragon in your house and you will get the feng shui.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, all Chinese construction companies employ like a feng shui master. They don't build anything without consulting feng shui.
Wow, really?
Yeah, it's really all about the energy, and how you place the furniture so the energy can go around it, and and how you're facing. So here in Vancouver, it's interesting because they took over the area called Richmond, and it has all to do with the way that it's facing and the feng shui and all of that kind of stuff there. Oh yeah, it's an 8. Has to be an 8. Yeah. Anyways, way off topic again.
Yeah, well, the Chinatown in New York City is like lower Manhattan, like the south eastern corner of Manhattan. And I've been there a couple of times. It's interesting. You have like a lot of Chinese restaurants, obviously, Chinese stores, stuff like that. And but I've never seen the festivities for New Year's there. Only just watched it on TV on the TV news.
Yeah. Yeah, it would be a cool experience one of these years. We'll see. Yeah. Bucket list.
There you go. Let's finish this up. I see I just got my notification for Max Vision remote view class, people. He'll be right up in a little bit. So let's finish this up. The Year of the Dragon, Chinese Zodiac meanings. We went through a lot of that. I just got a lot of pictures here of cool dragon stuff. There's your zodiac signs: the pig, the rat, oxen, tiger, rabbit. And here's your years. Where is the rat? Oh yeah, here I am, the rooster.
So the next year is going to be the year of the snake, eh?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Snake, yes. So I wonder if that has anything to do with elections.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's happening in this year, the dragon. So
yeah, the dragon is change and ambition, and then the snake. I wonder what the snake means for 2025. Is that like underhandedness, sneakiness, or squish you to death kind of thing?
Reptilian, yeah. Well, it's interesting because a dragon would be a reptile as well, right? Just like a snake.
True. It would. Yeah, see, that makes no sense either. Is you got they put the dragon on there and then they put a snake on there. So obviously they knew what the difference between a snake and a dragon was.
Yeah, and they're both reptiles, so it's kind
So
of
then,
weird.
you know, at some point in time, this dragon must have been a real creature of some sort. That's
Yeah.
my deduction of it. Maybe it was real rare, and because it was so rare to see one, then it became more spiritual, more prominent, more. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, I found a four-leaf clover, and you jump around and go, wow, you know, such luck it was for me to get the four-leaf clover. This has got to be, you know, a good thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it there's got to be something to it. I mean, like a lot of these legends got passed down to us from much more ancient times than we think. Like Aesop's fairy tales, nobody really knows how far back in history that dates to.
Yeah.
And a lot of this could have been before the last ice age, and like transmitted orally and then recorded somewhere. But yeah, we know very little about our history. It's only left up to what we discover. And it's just like they're claiming, oh, we have the oldest human skeleton was found in Africa or whatever. Therefore, everybody comes from Africa. Well, you know, in a couple of years, they might find the oldest skeleton of a human somewhere in, I don't know, Antarctica.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
saying, you know.
exactly.
But just because we haven't found it doesn't mean that it's not there, or that it's not somewhere in like Greenland or I don't know, New Jersey. So I think it's pointless to make any kind of claims like that where you can't really prove the antithesis of it. You
Yeah.
can't really disprove it.
I wouldn't be surprised that they do have skeletons, but they've hidden it, just like the Vatican has done with, you know, the giants and everything that we got going on here. You know, so yeah, I wouldn't be surprised that they have something. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, why else would they be keeping it a secret? Not allowing anybody in there. I mean, they got what, like 25 kilometers of underground corridors. There's got to be all kinds of stuff there.
I'm sure there is. Yeah.
Yeah. It's all secret stuff.
Yeah.
But
need
anyway,
to know basis, and we don't need to know apparently.
Absolutely. And with a bang, here's it. Oh yeah. I should have stuck with the first bang. Hey!
Hey! Oh, I won't do it. Quit hicking. There you go.
Hot diggity dog. There we go. Celebration.
Happy New Year, everybody.
There's our celebration. Since I didn't have fireworks, we had balloons and we had cones on the head. You know, I got these on. It's like horns of the dragon. Yeah. Horns of the wizard. Yes, I'm the horns of the wizard tonight.
All right. Can't wait to see what you're going to wear tomorrow night now then.
Oh my gosh. I'm going to get all red, but the background's red, so I'm good. Anyway. But anyway,
yeah, so everybody tune in tomorrow night. We got SINDAY live. Robert V will be on my channel, and yeah, it's going to be a good time.
We're going to have some unboxing, and we're going to talk about Valentine's Day coming up. We're going to do a bunch of stuff. So join us there, SINDAY live tomorrow night. That's right. And thank you, all of you. Thank you, Lucky, for coming on tonight. Dalibor, thank you so much for your wise wisdom. Nina, thank you so much. It's been a good night. We've learned a lot. I hope everybody out there is finds a little interest in all of this. And if you don't know what all this is, go look it up. We're here to start your curiosity and propel you into some more knowledge in the future. It's easy. Find your magic box with your dark mirror, you know, your black mirror, and
scrying mirror.
Your scrying, that's what I was thinking.
We all carry one. That's right.
Yes, and look into that and see the future, see the past, see all knowledge.
Let the dragon lead the way.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Very eloquently stated.
Oh yeah. Lucky, what do you got coming up? Esoteric Tea's been really good. I give you a thumbs up for you and Courtney. Good job.
I basically just cruising. before the injury, I accumulated like 12 videos anyways. So I just been posting all the old videos and letting them go. It's healed. They got the stitches out. It's healing fine.
Yeah, looks pretty good. Yeah.
Looks good. Good
Yeah,
deal.
I got some time off from work and to heal. That's maybe that's the universe wanted me to stop for a little while, so I'll take it.
Yeah. Just rest
That's
up.
how it
There's
goes
no
sometimes.
pressure.
Yeah.
Yep.
No pressure. No pressure at all. That's the best thing. Maybe this is a good time to just relax.
And tomorrow I'm smoking in G sharp. So
all right.
Yeah.
Cool.
2 a.m. my time, which would be an hour, actually 2 hours before this show came on right now. Just now. So
okay. Tomorrow night then.
Like
That'd
5,
be like 8 o'clock, 8 o'clock, something like that. Well, whatever.
Yeah.
But we'll look for it. I love smoking G Sharp shows. You guys talk about some deep stuff on there. I've been on there a few times, popped in, she puts a link in there and just most of the time I'm at work, but I tune you guys in. Like I do a lot of stuff when I'm kind of busy and I just tune in and let it play and listen as I work. It's great. It's great. Sometimes I'm talking to you through the phone. You can't hear me, but I'm like, hey, I know the answer to that. Yeah, but it's all good. Okay, everybody, we're going to let you go. Go over to Max Vision and check him out. Do some mind work with your remote viewing. He's going to have some great stuff on tonight. And then remember, don't forget tomorrow night, SINDAY Live on Nina's show on her channel. And we will both be there for a great SINDAY Live tomorrow night, 8 o'clock Central Time. What would it be? 6 o'clock? Is it 6 o'clock Pacific?
Yeah, 6 o'clock Pacific time zone. That'll be 9 Eastern, and wherever it is that Robert's time zone is.
Yes, I'm an 8. I'm an 8 o'clock guy.
You're an
Central
8.
Time.
Okay.
Yes, there you go. Well, anyway, okay. With that, everybody, go out, do something nice for your neighbor, somebody else. Start out this dragon year really good. Find one of those introverted people and just say hi to them. That'll make their day, even though they're hiding in the shadows. So, make it a great year of the dragon. With that, everybody, remember to go out, be the frequency you want to receive, everybody. Love y'all. Peace, everybody.
Bye.